Boing. What up? What up? Skakel in the house. Laying it down on a Sunday afternoon. So let's get it on. We do a nice, tight hour stream. And then I'm going to the gym to take care of some business. And who knows where the evening will take me. What up, SCVID show? Always a pleasure to have you in the stream. And many others to follow after you. But it's always good to be first. Oh, really? I'm sorry to hear that. I've never been stung by a bee or a wasp, but I'm petrified by them. Probably the most nerve-wracking thing I've ever done in my life. You'd think it would be stand-up comedy. Yo, 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 yo. Is when I used to be really heavy into golf. And I can remember the sound like it was happening right now. The fourth hole at Bel Air Country Club, about 250 yards down the fairway, is a gigantic, I don't know if it's an oak tree or a sequoia tree, but it's very big. I mean, at least 150 to 200 feet in the air. Hey-oh. And there was a gigantic bee's nest up there. I mean, there must have been thousands of bees in there at all time. I mean, they made so much noise, the buzzing, that you could hear them on the third tee, which was like around the corner. And when I'm playing golf at my best, I have a slight draw, which means the ball starts off to the right and goes back to the center. And every now and then, the ball would hit the hornet's nest, and it would cause them to scatter everywhere. And like you had to you had to finish the hole because there was people behind you. So the second shot on the fourth hole, I didn't care where that ball went. I just wanted to get the fuck out of there. So I rarely did well on the fourth hole. But I did do well last night at the Comedy Store. Big time. A lot of good comics on the lineup. And the funny thing is, this older lady comes up to me and says, "You were my favorite one. My daughter's a comic as well." And I was like, "Oh, cool." Like thinking, okay, great. And she's like, "Yeah, her name's Nikki." I'm like, "Oh, well, my name's Earl. Let me know if she needs any help." And she's like, "Her name's Nikki Glazer." I'm like, "Okay, well, maybe she can help me." That was the word on the street last night. Rose was watching everybody. And I don't know what she saw of me or not, but I did pretty well. I'm not sure if they were honeybees or not, to be honest with you. But, I mean, Rick Ingram, he always kills doing crowd work. And then Kirk Fox, who's this amazing writer. he did very well. And then I went on and I did about 35 minutes. Um, yeah, I saw her afterwards. She said, "Hey." She didn't say anything, so I didn't say anything to her. But you know, Rose is the type that if she didn't like what you did, she would tell you. So, um, you know, who knows? Maybe Nikki Glazer can help Daddy out. Well, I mean, I think from time to time the Comedy Store is going to try and have a headliner on a Saturday night. Mark Norman, I think he was the headliner last Saturday. But, you know, I think that, um, you know, most headliners are on the road, you know, at a club or theater. So it shouldn't happen too much. But, you know, I'm not really in a position to complain about it, even if it does happen a lot. So I just shut up, I'll do my thing, and, you know, take what happens and, you know, do the best I can. But, so that was fun. And then I've been lounging all day. So I thought I'll stream before the gym. And she doesn't really, you know, Rose is, I think, kind of like if she likes what you do, she doesn't really say anything to you. But, you know, if she doesn't like what you do, she'll probably say, "Hey, we need to talk." So I'll take it, you know. I think it's more no news is good news. Well, you do have to roll with the punches, to be honest with you, because you don't really have a choice. It's not like I can complain. What I can do is put myself in a position to complain. And even then, I probably wouldn't do that. So, you know, but last night was fun. Rose is the booker. Nikki Glazer's mom was in the audience. And I don't think Nikki was on the lineup last night. So it was just weird that Nikki's mom and 5 of her friends, I thought it was like a bachelorette party or something. So they approached me afterwards and said I was her favorite. So, you know, who knows? I mean, that can be something like I've always told younger comics. And it's really older comics as well. You never know who's in the audience. So give it your best. Now, the odds are nothing will happen. But I'm sure if Nikki's mom says something to Nikki like, "Hey, this guy who went on last, he was really funny and he was really nice to me afterwards." Nikki is the type that will call me and go, "How can I help you?" And I would be like, "Why? We barely know each other." And she would say, "Because you were nice to my mom." I didn't see Jeff last night. Lois is with Gail this week, so that's why it's a little quieter. I do miss her, but I know that Gail is doing a good job taking care of her. So thank you, though, for asking. Yes, Lois is good. I mean, Lois is never going to get better, per se, but she's not going to get worse. I mean, in terms of the trachea will never go away in terms of getting better. I mean, we've stopped giving her the medicine because she costs the same amount with or without the medicine. So a lot of veterinary medicine's a fucking scam. And the amount of money that me and Gail have spent on Lois's cough medicine is, oh, I love Lois very much. And, you know, I don't know, you know, what I'm going to do when she moves to the heavens, but I try not to think about it, to be honest with you. So, I'd say she's probably got, I'd say about 2 more years, arguably. Of course, when dogs get sick and they go down fast. But, I mean, Lois can still do hour to 2 hour walks with no problem at all. So hopefully, that's why I take her for such long walks because I realize one day that she won't be able to do them. Has anyone seen Pert Burkins? Pert came in here, I think, about a week or so ago. Made a lovely super chat, and it hasn't been seen since. Well, I mean, Moses, like I said, I mean, she coughs as much as she does when we give her the medicine. So um, I think, Lois is in great shape. I mean, cardio wise, she can hang with a puppy. She could outwalk a puppy. So, I'm pretty happy with the methods that me and Gail have come up with. And we both feed her top notch food. So, which I think is why she's pretty healthy in her older age. So, we'll keep doing what we're doing. And, you know, I think Lois is, I mean, Gail has 2 cats. So I think Lois likes going over there every now and then to play with the cats. And then over here, she's the queen bitch, as you guys have seen many a time. So that is the status of the world's greatest dog, the amazing Lois. And I don't know if you guys have been following the West Hollywood news, but the car wash that I always say, I can't believe ICE has not hit my car wash, was hit yesterday, and they took 4 people. And I probably knew them, all 4. So that was kind of a bummer. I've never really been that close to the action of ICE. But the black dude from Jamaica, he survived. He was there. So we'll see what happens. Apparently one ran up my street. So did you watch the big show from Birmingham yesterday? I watched parts of it. I thought the Jake E. Lee part was pretty cool. Although I would have loved to have seen Jake E. Lee and Ozzy just play one song together. So that's an interesting theory, Tommy. I didn't know. Like, to me, the all-star of the show was Nuno Betancourt. But I would have liked to have seen Jake do The Ultimate Sin and Shot in the Dark by himself. But maybe he can't. So, oh, I know. It would have been cool to see like Ozzy and Jake on stage one last time, just for one song. But maybe they don't like each other. And I'm amazed they got them to come do this. They're the acrimonious feelings between, I think, probably more Jake and Sharon than Jake and Ozzy is pretty deep. I mean, and I understand it. I mean, Jake rescued Ozzy, with Bark of the Moon and The Ultimate Sin, which was the perfect song for that era. And then they kind of fucked him over on publishing, and which is why you probably didn't see Bob Daisley there yesterday. Although I'm not sure how good a shape Bob Daisley is in these days, but I thought Jake did pretty good. It's something that was a little off on the Shot in the Dark. It's like they handed him an out of tune guitar or something, which I don't know if that was Jake's guitar or not. I mean, I would think he wouldn't bring 2 guitars with him from Vegas to the UK to play 2 songs, but I don't know. So, oh, right here. No, I've not heard the rumors of the band that was disinvited. I mean, listen, it's probably not surprising that you know, and it's not even Ozzy, it's more Sharon isn't probably the most well-liked person by certain big bands. I mean, I'll guess Iron Maiden. I know they had a beef with Sharon a long time ago at a certain Ozfest. I think I was at that one where Sharon cut their power or something, and threw eggs at them. But it was cool to see Guns N' Roses and Metallica. I just saw a picture backstage of Axel and James Hetfield. Actually, it was Maiden, um, Gamboo, um, because Bruce Dickinson had said something that Ozzy can't sing anymore. They were a better band than Ozzy, and it absolutely was Maiden. And it was at the Ozfest out here in, I believe, where the US Festival was, Blockbuster Pavilion. Um, yeah, I mean, and I liked Ozzy when they sang "Mama, I'm Coming Home." It kind of you could tell, oh man, he's struggling, but he did it. And Zach Wild, he was awesome. I mean, a lot of talent on that stage. I mean, the super band, that they were, that's a great roster of players. I mean, I would have liked, personally, I would have liked to see Ozzy do one song with Jake Ely and Rudy Sarzo on bass, and I don't know where Tommy Aldridge was. I would think he would have been involved in this in some capacity. I don't know who was in Ozzy's solo band yesterday. I mean, Zach Wild, but I did not recognize the drummer or the bass player. Now I know Mike Borden was the drummer with Jake Ely and Nuno, but who knows? Yeah, he probably would have. Well, I don't think Ozzy is capable of making decisions, unfortunately, in this day and age. Um, yeah, I mean, Steven Tyler's 77. I mean, Ozzy looked like he was, like, you could tell when he was singing Mama, I'm Coming Home, like, he almost looked like he didn't know where he was, which made me sad, but he also did a pretty good job on the song, but, just kind of hit home like, oh man, this really is his last show. I mean, people in the crowd were crying because they knew. It's kind of like when I saw Age of Quarrel. Wow, we have a Dabbleverse legend, an MLC legend in the house. Oh, I thought that was Mike Inez. It looked like a skinnier version. Oh, okay. Thank you, Age of Quarrel. I was almost sure that was Mike Inez. But whenever I've seen Mike Inez play, he's wearing a hockey jersey. He's a big hockey guy. Yeah, I mean, the look, and you said it. What up, Tim Livingston? The When he was doing Mama, I'm Coming Home, his eyes looked like Children of the Corn, man. Like, and I get it. He's old, and he's an old. You know. I mean, what is Ozzy in his mid 70s? And he is a fucking hard. I mean, his body is probably literally the age of someone if they live to 130 or 140. He is. I mean, wow. Um, so yeah, I mean, I think Jake made. Well, it wasn't necessarily. I don't think Ozzy sucks, but I mean, if you're saying he sucks now, I mean, yeah, he's I wouldn't pay to go see him in concert, but well, you're certainly dislabeled taking it in a 180. To go from Ozzy's final show to India and Pakistan, probably not, to be honest with you. I mean, that part of the world, those countries are going to hate each other until the world blows up. So, Israel and Palestine will never get along. Pakistan and India will never get along. And, the U.S. should just clear out. Do you find it weird that Sharon says she kicked off a band because their manager asked for money last minute? I think she is lying about it being a charity event. I don't know. I mean, I can I can tell you this much: a look into the mind of Sharon. Um, my ex-girlfriend, who you guys don't know, I don't talk about this ex that much in the stream. Um, Shelly, her, she used to work for the Osbournes, and her first gig was to cut Jake Ely out of all the pictures. So that's how vindictive she is. Yeah, no, yeah, Tim, I knew that. I just, and I'm not, like I said, I'm not saying I expect the Aussie from 1980, but it's also Bates, Earl, you are lying the West into oblivion. Well, I don't know if you are using Morse code or not, but Earl, don't lie, baby doll. Do you think England should pay reparations for making? No, I don't. I mean, then I should get reparations for the Holocaust because my mom was Jewish. Um, Shelley, oh, I see what you did. Bates, you're bombing in my stream. I won't allow that. Jake Ely got motherfucker worse than Bob Daisy, arguably, but at least they had Jake at the final show. Yeah, I mean, I'm kind of surprised Age of Coral Jake Ely showed up. I mean, after what they've done to that poor guy. Um, and so that's why I was excited. Like, I would have loved to have seen just do one song with Ozzy. I mean, Ozzy must have Bark at the Moon memorized, even though he has Parkinson's, like, pretty good. So it would have been great to see Tommy Aldrich on drums, Jake on guitar, Rudy Sarzo on bass, just for one song. Um, so, oh, I know. Isn't that crazy? It's kind of genius, though. Hey, yeah, I mean, Jake definitely got done dirty. I'm surprised he would come back, but yeah, evil woman. Bates, you're bombing. You're 0 for 2. You go 0 for 3. I got to put you in timeout, baby doll. Um, I mean, I don't know where Tommy Aldridge is in the world right now. Maybe he just was like, fuck, I'm not flying 12 hours to play one song. Yeah, I'm surprised Don Airy didn't get the call. I mean, it would have been fun. I mean, I think the event was great. I mean, I was happy to see Jake Ely play in front of 50,000 people again. Um, and he looked pretty happy, although I don't know who tuned his second guitar. Um, and I'm trying to think who else. I mean, I'm surprised Joe Holmes didn't, maybe come out and play a song. I mean, he's probably one of the more forgotten guitar players of the Aussie world, but, I saw him on the Osmosis tour. I liked him. I mean, it would have been really cool. And I kind of wish Kiss would have done this in the farewell show. Like, you have every guitar player come out and play rock and roll all night. So you have Vinny, you have Bruce, you have Ace, Tommy. So, like, the last song, um, you could either not do a Sabbath song because they had already played, but, maybe you have Crazy Train, since that's a Randy Rhoads era song, but, you have Rudy on bass, you have Jake and Zach Wild, hell, even Joe Holmes. But at least Jake and Zach, and I believe they get along, so it would have been cool to see, the two guitar players who everyone argues who's better than Randy, blah blah blah. But Priest got invited, but that would have been interesting to see Judas Priest play. Um, yeah, no, I get it. I mean, the wounds are deep, man. I mean, that's why I'm amazed Jakey Lee showed up. I mean, they must have paid him a little bit. Um, because he was really the most talked about person being there. Like, hey, but Earl, your profile pic looks like James Woods. I mean, a little bit. I've never been told I look like James Woods before, to be honest with you. So that's a new one. I usually get Phil Hartman or somebody else. I can't recall. Oh, okay. I mean, you're definitely not going to get Glenn Tipton to fly out there because of his condition. But it would have been cool to see Rob Halford play. Because I think the singer, the guy from Disturbed, came in early on Shot in the Dark, which kind of fucked up Jakey Lee's timing. Yeah, Glenn Tipton, he's right up there with Ozzy in terms of his health. So I don't think KK Downing was there yesterday. Age of Coral. Are you sure on that? Um, yeah, I mean you could tell in the Hall of Fame induction that Tipton was KK was there. Okay, I didn't see that part. Um, but I think he lives over there, so I could see that. I don't know where Glenn Tipton lives, but it would have been cool to see Ian Hill and Halford there. But well, I've heard very good reviews on KK's Priest. The reviews are in, and apparently it's a pretty good show. So I just I don't know. Priest to me will always be Rob Halford. Nothing against the replacement singer, but you know I'm not going to pay full price to see a replacement singer. Uh, Obito, we don't do Theo Von jokes in here, so you're gonna have to go to the Shuli Edgar chat room for that. Thank you though. Thank you for coming in. Hit the like and subscribe button while you're here, please. Um, oh, okay. Oh, interesting. Um, I'll have to check that out. I did not know that Age of Coral. I didn't see the other joke. Yeah, but we don't do Theo Von jokes in here. This isn't an open mic. Um, I would say, well, I mean, arguably, Rob Halford was a replacement singer. He was not the original singer in Judas Priest. So, it's, Bruce Dickinson, you could say, was probably the best replacement singer. Um, yeah, yeah, we go to I don't even know what the Golden Shower chat room is, but we don't do that type of humor in here. Um, yeah, I mean, Dio and Sabbath. I mean, it's so hard to, because most bands, their classic era, their most famous era, any band really, the singer was not the original singer. Like one of the few bands where the original singer is still the original singer in the classic lineup is probably Rat. I mean, there's never been another singer. I mean, Jizzy Pearl was a replacement singer for a little bit in Rat, but yeah, I mean Brian Johnson, absolutely. I mean, he's right up there. I'm trying to think of other, but I see what you're saying. I mean, is Hagar the best replacement singer? I mean, he's up there for sure. And he's more musically inclined than Roth. So overall, he's the better. And I like both eras, to be honest with you. What up, Danny Barry Sports Highlights? I've seen you in here before, so please, 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 please hit the like and subscribe button. Yeah, but that's what was in at the time. I mean, if you look at, uh, his first album with Van Halen, the poppier metal was starting to take over. Rat, Poison, Def Leppard, Bon Jovi. So I don't know if Van Halen stayed with their hard rocking ways, if it would have gone over as well. Um, yeah, I mean, he definitely turned them into a softer, almost AOR uh, adult contemporary metal band. But you can't argue with the album sales. Yeah, I mean Phil Collins. I mean, there are some good ones. I'm trying to think who else was a. Let me see of big bands. You think of big, big, big bands. Um, Well, I mean, Benjamin Orr and Rick Ocasek, they were the true singers in the Cars. Yeah, Van Hagar, 100%. Um, well, yeah, the keyboards, definitely, I think, which was something Eddie wanted to do. And a lot of the keyboards for that Van Halen album with Hagar, the first one, came from Eddie doing the soundtrack to that cult movie, The Wildlife. And the drum sound, I think, on Jump was not necessarily hard rock anymore. It kind of had a hollow sound to the drums. So, I mean, I think Van Halen, I don't think Hagar turned them into a pop band. I think it was the massive success of Jump, which is kind of a pop song, you know. Hey ho, hey you, who said that, baby? How you been? You say you don't know, you know, that's not exactly Slayer. So, I mean, I don't know if I would agree with you that Hagar turned them into a pop band. But, you know, they had a nice run. You know, listen, shit, I liked Gary Sharon, but, you know, it was just, I think the fans were going to tune out of a third singer. But, was that big song they had on the Gary Sharon album? Pound Cake? No, not Pound Cake. Let me look that up. See, I don't have an assistant here, so I have to do all of my work, which gives this podcast a certain charm, if you will. Gary Sharon Van Halen. All right. Well, I mean, what was that? I mean, they had that video. It's Van Halen 3. Let's see what songs were on Van Halen 3. Without You. I think it was Without You. I like that. And the personnel, Gary Sharon on vocals, Eddie Van Halen, Michael. So it was a Mike Post piano on New World production. Anyone else? I mean, where did it debut in the U.S. charts here? U.S. Billboard charts, it debuted at peak position number 4. It only went gold in the U.S. So, I mean, you know, what a waiver. Um, yeah, it is Without You, I believe. I mean, that was all songs written by Eddie, Michael, Gary, and Alex. So, you know, I just felt bad that, you know, it was just a tough, you know, I mean, Gary Sharon is replacing two iconic singers, basically. So, you know, the gig was doubly hard, if you will. And, you know, I think musical directions were changing anyway. So a third, yeah, I mean, Extreme, talented from a technical standpoint, Extreme, a great band. I mean, Nuno, I thought was the all-star yesterday in the whole day in the Aussie thing. So, yeah, I mean, you can get away with one replacement singer, but you know, two, kind of gets into karaokeville. So, well, I mean, Extreme just, you know, I hate to say this. I mean, outside of Nuno, they weren't the best looking group of guys, except for Nuno. I mean, Nuno had like a feminine quality to him and a great guitar player, but, you know, they weren't overly, like fashion, you know, like Bon Jovi or Def Leppard or Rat. Cinderella even. So they were kind of stuck in that. They're great musicians, but you know, um, Oh, absolutely, Age of Coral. I mean, Winger is a band that I've often cited as, if you look at, Kip Winger's a fantastic bass player, and Rod Morgenstein is like a jazz fusion drummer. Red Beach is, I'll put him up against any guitar player. And, Paul Taylor is the real deal. So, the least attractive band I would say was Tesla. Once again, very good band from a standpoint of they could play their instruments, but yeeks. I would agree with that, Manny. I mean, I met him at the Comedy Store one night, and he was very nice, very shy and humble. Like you would not get the vibe of watching him going this or meeting him and going, this guy's one of the greatest guitar players on the planet. He could have worked at Home Depot for all I know. Um, so I just think that a lot of those bands could play. They just, Dream Theater was all those guys were virtuosos, but um, they just grew up in the era of pretty boy rock, and that's how you were judged. I mean, Kip Winger was like he looked like he should have been on Playgirl. So no one was ever going to go, man, this guy slaps on bass. Um, yeah, I mean, I'm not. I mean, I think I saw Dream Theater. They were opening for someone, and I was kind of like forced to be there. You could, you walked away going, fuck, man, these guys can play. But it was also like, you know, um, I don't know, just the songs didn't grab me. Um, yeah, I definitely make, but yeah, but CC was kind of attractive. I mean, like, but I would rather listen to CC DeVille play than Dream Theater. And CC was funny. Now Mick Mars, he looked like Joyce DeWitt, so no doubt about that. Um, so yeah, I mean, 100% Manny on that. I just meant that Winger probably had to sell out a little bit. I'm sure their manager was, especially to like Rod Morgenstein, going, "Hey man, you're a jazz fusion prog rock fucking genius, but no one's gonna pay to watch that shit. Here's she's only 17. Learn the parts, baby doll, or we'll get another 100 drummers in LA who will." Um, I mean, I don't know about that. I've never heard. I mean, I've heard. And I can't say you're wrong, Age of Coral, but CC DeVille, that was. I would call bullshit on that one because Poison was not around really in '82. Um, Poison really, they were in Pittsburgh at that time, and Matt Smith was in Poison. So I would say, from what I've heard, the people who were up for the Ozzy gig were George Lynch, Jakey Lee, I think DeMartini. Um, he wasn't offered the gig, but I don't think he wanted to audition because Rat was just kind of pumping. And L.A. guitar players at the time. I mean, I'm sure Grover Jackson, who's the one who recommended Mark St. John to Kiss, I'm sure he had some input, with his relationship with Randy Rhoads, and Jackson guitars. So I don't think CC DeVille was in the picture at that time. Um, so, I mean, it's absolutely a rumor because, like I said, I mean, he didn't join Poison until like 2 or 3 years later. Um, I think 85, maybe 86 ish. Now, I know Slash tried out for Poison. Now, I could see Slash maybe trying out for Ozzy back then just because I don't think Guns N' Roses was really around at that time. I could see maybe Tracy Guns trying out for the Ozzy gig. I think I read somewhere Doug Ulrich tried out for Ozzy. Um, oh, interesting. I just got that guy. I just met him. The great. He gave me a pen. John Kapelos. Um, I mean, he's been a working actor for a long time. So that I don't know about. Michael Schenker. No, I don't think CC DeVille would ever been offered a gig. Do you see CC DeVille and Dave Mustaine getting along? I mean, I mean, Ingve was definitely an LA guitar player. I mean, if you look at, and I'm from the LA area, so I'm familiar with the people on the scene. I mean, if you look at the LA guitar players who were around that time, who were kind of in bands, but they were willing to jump. I mean, I think DeMartini's reputation was pretty solid, but Rat in '82, I don't think was signed yet. So he might have listened. Jakey Lee, obviously. I think Robin Crosby, I think, was rumored to have auditioned for Kiss after Ace left. I think Richie Sambora was allegedly had auditioned for Kiss as well, or they wanted him to. I'm trying to think. Doug Ulrich, Vivian Campbell, probably after he left Dio, was probably in the mix on certain gigs. George Lynch. Lynch and Dawkins never really got along, so I think Lynch was really up for the Ozzy gig. I mean, it was basically between Jakey Lee and Lynch, and I think Sharon wanted Lynch, Ozzy wanted Jake. So, I mean, that's a Gene Simmons story, though, so I don't know if I would. First of all, there's no way Gene told him to stick it out in Van Halen when he could have gotten him in Kiss. So I don't think Robin Crosby would have played on Destroyer. I mean, that's 1977. Robin Crosby was in high school. But I do believe Robin allegedly tried out for the Ace Frehley gig because he would have been a little older then. I mean, Robin Crosby is a guy who, yeah, 100%. I mean, there's no way Gene Simmons told Van Halen, yeah, stick it out in Van Halen when Gene could have used him as Ace's replacement. Eddie Van Halen and Kiss. There's no way that story is true. From Gene's lips, if you know what I'm saying. That's what yeah, I mean, I'm sure he claims that, but I don't believe Gene at all in that regard. I'm trying to think of other guitar players. And there was a lot, Kane Roberts was around in the 80s. I don't know what, if any, bands he auditioned for, but I could have seen that. I don't know about that waiver. I think you're trying to make a funny there. I mean, LA was the haven for guitar players and drummers back in the day. So, I mean, I'm sure, I mean, Dana Strum would be a great guy to ask this question because he was the one who I think recommended Jakey Lee for the Ozzy gig. So he'd be a great guy to have on the podcast because he he has an iconic LA history. And I'm sure Vinnie Vincent auditioned for some gigs before Kiss, before he lost his mind. Yeah, I mean, I saw a few of those videos with Kane back in Alice Cooper. He looked not lost, but obviously, when he was in Ozzy, he was the lead guitar player, but now it's Ryan Roxie. So, and you could tell that he was looking over at Ryan at times, going, "Okay, I'm not lost, but like, what do I do?" I don't think Kane Roberts is used to basically being the rhythm guitar player. But he pulled it off, I mean, it was kind of cool to see him again. He looks great. I mean, for a guy, he's got to be around my age. He looks pretty fucking jacked. So, no, I think Al Petrelli played on Poison. Um, Alice in the 80s, from 86 to like 91, quite a few band members changed. I mean, that'd be a good way to, let's see here. Let's look up Alice Cooper here. I mean, I know on Constrictor and Raise Your Fist and Yell, Kane Roberts was the guitar player. What do you know about Stephen J. Cornell? One of the great TV. So Constrictors 86, that was Kane Roberts. Raise Your Fist and Yell. Let's see who you had: Kane Roberts and Kip Winger on Constrictor. And then you had on Raise Your Fist and Yell, Kane Roberts and Kip Winger. And then Trash was the next album in 89. 89, the main musicians were John McCurry on guitar and Hugh McDonald on bass. Now, Joe Perry was guitarist on track 3, Richie Sambora track 9, Steve Lukather track 9, Kane Roberts track 6, Guy Mandude guitar on songs 2, 4, and 7. So Mark Frazier and Jack Johnson track 8. Who was the guitar player on Poison? So on Poison, probably John McCurry. So that's 3. Let's see, Prince of Darkness, 1989. Oh, that's kind of a compilation album, so that doesn't count. Hey Stupid. Let's go to Hey Stupid. Who was the band on Hey Stupid? Steph Burns on guitars, Hugh McDonald on bass, Slash on track 1, Joe Satriani on tracks 1, 4, 7, 9, and 12, Steve Vai on track 7, Vinnie Moore track 8 and 11. So, he really bent Mick Mars on track 10. So Cooper kind of bounced around a lot in terms of band members. I mean, you had the great Ken Mary on drums on, I think, an album or so. What do you know about Stephen Cornell was the guitarist of Wicked Lester? Oh, I thought you were talking about Stephen J. Cannell on the guy who was like the go-to guy on some of those action TV shows. My bad. Yeah, Stephen Cornell. I think he was friends with Paul Stanley, if I'm not mistaken. So yeah, A-Team and what was it that Wise Guy maybe or something. I mean, he had a nice run of he was like the go-to guy for those. Now you guys got me wanting to look up what he did. So let's check out the TV shows of Stephen J. Cannell. Yeah, I mean, he really, he only died, he was only 69 years old when he died. You'd think they have oh, here we go, Wikipedia here. I mean, let's look at some of the shows he did. I mean, it's pretty, Ironside, Adam 12, Columbo, Rockford Files, Beretta, and I'm skipping over things. The Greatest American Hero, the A-Team, Hardcastle and McCormick, Hunter, Riptide, Wise Guy. Okay, so I was right. It was Wise Guy. I mean, Booker, Street Justice. I mean, wasn't Michael Madsen in Street Justice? Sorry, Carl Weathers. Oh, sorry, Carl Weathers. My God. I mean, his SAG checks must be unbelievable. So good for him. I mean, he was TV in the series began airing in syndication. This is Street Justice in 91, canceled in 93 after 2 seasons. So, I mean, there was a lot of those back in the day. All right, we are at the 50-minute mark. We're going to do another 10 minutes. But I tell you what, because I'm such a great guy, I'm going to work out in my new AEW shirt. So what I'm going to do, because it's a lovely day out, I'm going to change outfits. Right now I'm almost naked, so I don't want to get my channel struck. I will be working out in my brand new Hurt Syndicate t-shirt. I'm not completely naked, but almost here, so here we go. Hey, yo, we hurt people. Fuck yeah. All right, now I gotta go upstairs. Actually, I'll leave you guys down here looking at the Earl sign. Talk amongst yourselves. I'd put some shorts on, and then we'll reconvene. Big piece. What are you, ski mask? I'll be right back. Yeah. Sorry about the brief interruption. The Sweet Earl is right here. Yes, this is the week of Earl not having Lois. You know, Lois likes to hang with her mommy too. There we go. Look at those legs. Look at that quadricep right there. That tricep. Look at that bicep, dude. All right. Okay. Let's put my hat on. I have to wear my visor. Hey, yo, we hurt people. Let's got my gym bag. Now, we take my creatine. Turn off the Earl sign here. Thank you very much. I turn the TV on and keep the door open just to, you know, keep my place cool. The jelly's in the house. I am leaving, but I will give you guys a little bit more because I'm a fucking giver. You can tell it's a very nice day out. So I just put out a new comedy short today. If you guys could check that out. Maybe share it if that is within your realm of possibility here. You can see not a cloud in the sky. Yes, I would. I do have a KISS lunchbox, but at the age of 56 years old, I'm probably not going to walk around with a lunchbox, if you know what I'm saying, but I do appreciate it. It's actually kind of quiet right now on the streets of Hollywood, West Hollywood to be specific. The freaks will come out in a few hours, that is for sure, and we'll see what happens in the nighttime. This guy don't give a fuck. Just parks his car right in the middle of the street. Fuck it. Now this is a very strange house here because it used to be a hospice home for older people, and then it was a halfway house for recovering younger people, and now I think someone's buying it to live in. I mean, that house has to have some freaky deaky skeletons in it, because you know people have died in that house, and who knows what else has happened. Hey, maybe I should reenact my scene from Benchwarmers here. Hey, hey, who did this? Pew! So, who was in the original room? SC. I believe, oh, sorry. Yes, I had lunch, or no, I'm sorry, dinner with Chappelle Lacey last night after our sets. He's a good dude, man. Like, that is someone who, you know, some people, some of your comedy comrades, you see them get gigs and you get all fucking jealous, or, you know, they get a movie deal, or Steph told of like she got a Netflix special. I was actually happy for her because she's a good girl. And Chappelle is another one you root for. And hey, but how are you? Good. How are you, bro? Good, how are you? All right from yesterday?
Yeah, it's good.
Was it scary?
Scary. The immigration.
Right.
Immigration coming. Maybe two guys.
And are they coming back?
No. Okay.
Oh, really? Well, I'm glad you're. Sorry about that, man.
Amigo.
Thank you very much, brother. Wash that ICE raided, and you know, 2 guys, I guess, got picked up and won't be coming back. So, you know, that's you know, it kind of bums me out a little bit. You know, I want people to be in the country legally, but I guess it hits a little closer to home when you know, you actually know them and they're hard workers and stuff. Oh shit, that guy jacked my wallet. Hello. See, I read the stream. So, all right, you guys. I just wanted you to, but this is the car wash they raided yesterday. And I knew they were coming close because the day before, now ICE usually drives around in white vans, but the day before, there was 2 black vans on my street parked about 3 cars from each other, and they were the same type of van, so obviously coming from the same type of business, and looky. Yeah, I mean, you know, like I said, I'm pretty hardcore. I just want people to be here legally. Whoa. But hit me a little different since I knew the guys. Hardworking dudes. I mean, I think one guy had been there for like 20 years. I mean, you grew up being a friend. Bobby, can you say hello to my fans? This is iconic Bobby Trendy, my neighbor. Can you have anything you want to plug, Bobby? Bobby's the fucking best. Thank you, Bobby. That's Bobby Trendy. If you ever watched the Anna Nicole Smith show, he was like the gay designer. See, you never know who you're going to run into in West Hollywood. So we're going to end it on meeting Bobby Trendy. Hit the like and subscribe button if you have not done so already. It helps me out. And see if there's any women in here. Ooh, that girl looks a little sloppy. But her boyfriend was, anyway, big dude, so I didn't want any problems. So, Earl Skakel, live in the streets of West Hollywood. Thank you guys for your supports. You guys are all fucking soldiers in the Earl Army. So stand up and salute, bitch.